it's Channon Rose, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a pregnancy update. For those of you guys that don't know or are new to my channel, my husband and I have been trying to get pregnant for a very, very long time, over 2 years now, and we have done everything you could possibly think of to try and get pregnant, and nothing has worked. And we have documented that process on my vlogging channel. We've also posted some videos on this channel just to keep you guys updated on what's going on in our lives. And the last pregnancy video that I posted was a live pregnancy test where I took a pregnancy test live with you guys, and we waited very anxiously to see if I was pregnant or not, because I had had not my first but my second fertility procedure done, which was an IUI, a back-to-back IUI. So in total I did 4 inseminations and none of them worked. So basically now I'm here to tell you what we are going to be doing next, if we're going to be doing anything. But before I get into that, I do want to introduce you to today's sponsor, which is the Clue app. If you guys don't know, this is actually an app that I've used for years. I swear by it. I love it. It's a free app. It's available on iOS and Android. It's basically a period tracker. You can track like when your period's going to be. It also reminds you to take your birth control pills. It's the best app by top-rated doctors for their patients to use to keep track of their menstrual cycle, and also to be able to keep track of when you're ovulating, so that you can, try to not get pregnant or to try to get pregnant. The Clue app is very accurate, and it also has a very clean and simple, easy format layout to use, so you can familiarize yourself with it very easily when you do download it for the first time. Also, it has a really cool new feature that you can actually share your cycle, ovulation, whatever, with family and friends. So if you want to share it with your partner so that they know when you're ovulating or when you're not ovulating, when you're about to get your period, it's very cool. So I definitely recommend everybody to get that app. If you don't have it, I would highly suggest it. I will leave all the info to the app down below, so be sure to check it out in the description box. And thank you again so much to the Clue app for sponsoring this video. So now I'm going to tell you what our next step is in getting pregnant, and I have to admit, I went through some severe depression and crying and F this, I don't want to do it anymore, I give up, I can't, I'm not strong enough to go through this again, I don't think I can handle this. It's just it's so emotional, such an emotional roller coaster. At least for me, some people are very private about this and they don't like to talk about it and they keep it to themselves, and maybe that's a smarter thing to do in some ways, but for me, I'm not a private person. I have never been a private person. It's just not in my personality. I'm very, very open, possibly an overshare. So because of that, everybody knows. You guys know, my family knows, everybody, my neighbors know, So yeah, I've been very open with it, mainly because for one, it's just my personality, but for two, I think it's important for me because it helps me have that support from other people, and it also lets other people know that are going through it, that maybe are being private, that they're not alone. And also, it's been nice because I've had friends of mine that are also going through the same thing, and we're able to text each other and be that kind of support system that we so desperately need. So when you let everyone know that you're going through this, you're always going to have comments of what people, advice from people. They're not trying to be mean, they're really trying to be helpful, but sometimes it's just very hurtful to the person going through fertility. When people are telling me to adopt is something that's very hard for me to keep hearing constantly, because I don't think I would be able to adopt with my past. And so I really don't even think that's an option for me. I did look into it, and it's extremely expensive and it's very hard to do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't adopt. Obviously, I would love to adopt if I could. I would adopt as many kids as I could afford and give them so much love, but I just don't think that's an option for me, unfortunately. And so it's very hard to keep hearing that, because it hurts my heart to think yes, I would love so badly to do that, but I don't think that I can. And it sucks, but it's just the reality of things, and life is not always fair. So that's been a really hard thing, because I hear that constantly. Another thing I hear all the time is oh, it's gonna happen when it's the right time, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. I truly do. But still, it's hard to hear it, because I want it to happen now, and I've been wanting it to happen for so long, and it just hasn't, and it's very heartbreaking, because as a woman, we feel we are meant to carry babies and procreate and bring life into this world, and not being able to do that is really devastating, and it's very hard. I don't care who you are or what you've been through, it's a very hard thing to deal with. Even if you don't ever plan on having kids, I know someone that doesn't want to have kids and found out that they possibly couldn't, and then they still felt bad. You know, it's something about that is very hard to swallow. So what are we going to do next? We decided that we were going to do IUI 2 times, even though our doctor maybe thought that it possibly wouldn't work because I had a lot of scarring and endometriosis when they did my laparoscopy. He thought that the scarring was so bad around my fallopian tubes that it possibly would not work, but we were going to try it anyways because obviously it's less invasive and it's cheaper. So we did it not once but twice. It didn't work, and so our doctor is telling us that he thinks it's best for my condition that we go straight to IVF. I'm very scared of IVF, and it also costs a lot of money. Travis and I, my husband and I, have been saving our money for a very long time to buy a home, and we were like this close to being able to, like, you know, start looking and like being able to afford and purchase a home. And now we're being set back because this is going to be very expensive. So that was really difficult for us, but I think the most important thing for us is starting a family. It doesn't matter where we live, as long as we have the people that we love in our home. So we obviously have decided to do and go ahead with IVF. And for those of you guys that don't know what IVF is or what IUI is basically where they take the sperm from a man and they inject it into a woman right when she's ovulating, and they hope that you get pregnant. IVF, they give you a bunch of shots and a bunch of medicine. I'm giving it like the very brief version, like Cliff Notes. And then they do a procedure where like they suck the eggs out of a woman, and then they take the sperm and then they put it in a petri dish, and it's very science, and they put it together and they make an embryo. They basically make a baby outside of us, and then they put it back in me. And so just a lot of that is scary. It's just crazy, the whole thing. But I'm very hopeful that IVF will work for us. I don't know if it's going to, but I'm hoping it will. And our doctor seems to have high hopes for IVF. He didn't for IUI. So I have to go on birth control for a month to make like all my eggs the same size. And then after that, we're gonna do the procedure where he pulls the eggs out. I think it's called like egg retrieval. And then we're going to wait 2 months and freeze those embryos or eggs. Yeah, I think that they freeze the embryos. And then 2 months later, I'm going to go in and they're going to do the transfer where they put the embryo back inside of me. So that's basically what the plan is as of right now. And it's going to be like kind of like a long process over a span of a few months, because I guess it has like the highest success rate of getting pregnant to like wait and freeze the embryos. So that's the plan as of right now, and I am just trying to stay very positive. I have literally been working my butt off at the gym, eating healthy. Like, I'm addicted to sweets. I've been like only having one day where I eat sweets. I've really been taking it seriously and doing everything that I possibly can to be as healthy as I possibly can be, so that I can get pregnant and have a healthy baby. And yeah, I want it so bad. I'm not gonna cry. It's hard. It's been a really hard, tough time for us, and we just want to say thank you so much to you guys. Your support means more than you probably know, because on all these videos that we post about pregnancy and all these different things, like, you guys have been so supportive and so loving towards us, and we really, really appreciate it. We read all your comments, and even though we don't have a chance to respond back to all of you guys, please know we do read your comments, and it really means so much, and we feel so much love from you guys, and we are so grateful to be able to have this platform, to be able to share these videos, and to have your support. So thank you again so much for that, and I just love you guys. So if you are new and you want to follow along on this journey, be sure to subscribe to this channel, and then also my vlogging channel. I'll leave that link down below. That way you can come with us day to day on our doctor's trips and just be updated like as it's happening. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, turn your notifications on. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Sending you guys all my love and all my positive energy, and I hope to see you in the next video. Mwah. Okay guys, so we've never done this before, but we thought that we would do it because we asked you guys on Twitter if you wanted to see a live pregnancy test. We're gonna film it live, like right now. We're gonna take a pregnancy test and see what it says. All right, let's go take it.